You know, I feel really invigorated and
I don't know.
capable. That's a really good way of describing how I feel really capable, strangely enough. I'm like, man, I could do stuff if under duress, I can like make it happen.
Roll that for our scenario. Scenario 3. We have snipers. So we have to alter our route. So normally we pick a route on the map.
Yep.
Every time the ATL, that's you, says sniper, we have to, as a unit, change our direction.
Decide to take Milton all the way up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, if you say sniper right at the train tracks, we got to go up Phoenix and down another road, and then maybe we can get back at that point. But we had to alter our route to get to that destination. So the next step of this is figuring out, well, where are we going?
Roll that. I don't even know where we're going. That looks like a 17 to me.
17. We are going to engine 25 on Route 66.
Our team is headed here to this iconic steam engine. Known by the locals as Old Two-Spot, this train for 50 years, starting in 1917, worked the forests of Flagstaff in order to bring timber to lumbermen. Then, in the 1990s, the residents of Flagstaff banded together to not only purchase, but to restore and place the train here. The city then made this train an official city monument in order to commemorate Flagstaff's hard-working past.
You're thinking 18 minutes.
About 18, yeah.
Now we got 10 push-ups that we got to do when we get there.
Okay.
So I think that's probably pretty reasonable. 12. Double madness. Oh, good enough. So we got
One. Nice.
Okay, so we have to do 20 tiny jogging places when we get there, in addition to our push-ups.
Yeah.
Before the clock within the time frame.
All right. Now it's time for us to roll for our multiplier. Oh, 12.
What is it? No verbal communication now. Oh, we get that one.
Interesting.
We have to use hand signals, touch on shoulder, so on and so forth. So
we have to take note of some kin details. These are, keep in mind, details. So you and I are going to look around.
take a point of interest that we want people to keep in mind, keep it to ourselves, and once we get to our objective, we will ask the rest of the team.
All right, then.
little under, unfortunately, by 5 minutes.
This is what I noticed. I don't know if anybody else saw this or not, but I was thinking, what can I ask? There's an obvious thing that you could. I counted the trash cans from the location that you could see them at the park.
All right.
I'm like, okay, there's this many trash cans there. Does anybody know how many trash cans? Because you went to go do the trash, I was like, that is an obstacle, but it's also they're metal lined. So they're a duck and cover location, and they're all there. They're bulletproof areas. I was like, I want to keep those in mind if we had a sniper. So I thought of what the number was, and it's for you guys to figure out what that number is.
Okay, I know there was one over by where you threw it.
Yep.
There was another one over.
The metal lined ones, the ones that have the big cage around.
Yeah.
There was one over farther on the Cherry Street. And that's where that goes.
So my best guess is 4.
I would say 4 or 6.
This is 3.
Before the parking lot, or after, like in
From what we can see where we were.
Where we were. Okay.
That's his definition.
We did wheel over. He knows too.
I think only 2. I definitely think more than 2.
Okay.
I guess like 4 would be a good answer.
You okay with 4? Sure. 4. 5. All right.
Oh darn! I was gonna say that's
That's 2 extra burpees right now. We're
I should have said that.
But we can still come back and have
My question. Oftentimes when starting off and sitting around in a group, it's good to know who's to the right and who's to the left of me. Who was to the left of me when we started this whole thing, sat down and talked about it?
You were never left.
I think that's correct. You concur?
Right, yes, Rory Bolton was indeed to the left.
To your ability.
Good job, team.
All right.
Okay, I'm on the area operations. Do it on this. Oh, 20.
20. The
Code Talker Memorial. Where's that?
That is on NAU campus.
It is?
Our team is headed here to the Navajo Code Talkers Memorial located on the campus of Northern Arizona University. The Code Talkers were U.S. Marines during World War II who devised and employed a military code that was based on the Navajo language. The code required command of both English and Navajo. Each letter of the alphabet was encoded, and common words were used to communicate military information. For example, Navajo names for birds were used to describe planes, and different kinds of fish were used to describe submarines or boats. The code proved not only effective and indecipherable, but legendary. Sculptor and NIU alumnus R.C. Gorman modeled this bronze bust off of his father, who was one of the first 29 code talkers. They unveiled the statue on Veterans Day in 1995 to a huge crowd of over 700 people. Sadly, there are only 4 code talkers still alive out of the nearly 400 that served. They are all heroes for their bravery and creativity.
Yeah, we're gonna cross. Yeah, instead of taking the main street because there's a lot of traffic, we could go deeper in. We could take.
You go right past.
Yeah, we can. So we'll make that left at. Let's see. Should we take Beaver? Yeah, San Francisco. We'll go to Beaver, go left in, and then walk up to campus. That's a good route. 2. 1 casualty carried to objective. Rotated.
That whole way.
I'm glad we said 24 minutes. Because I actually was thinking that was going to be, I think we're going to be a little under. That's going to be a lot harder. Holy moly. Oh, shit. Ready?
I can't believe I did. We have a saying that muscle is heavier than fat, but awesome is heavier than muscle. Five minutes, 20 seconds. Over.
The date on the train. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Wow, that is a detail.
Oh, but it makes when we got there, we see like, oh, there's the date of the train, but we did not. We thought of the bigger picture, not the smaller details.
That's a
I
good
think
question.
1918.
You can say anything, because I have
Okay.
no clue.
We can say it.
The only thing you think of is 1899, because that's right there.
No, it's not that. It's not 1890. 1908. I think. I think that might have been right. But I remember. 1908.
Yeah, there was something in an 8, 9.
Okay, let's go with 1908.
Okay.
1908.
Yes! Oh my God, that's unbelievable!
Oh, that's less than we have to do right there.
Yes.
Okay, now mine.
Okay.
We were at the T of a cross street, so there was another street that ran right into where the memorial is at. On either side of that street were two different stores. One was one kind of store and one was another store. Do you guys know the store names of those two, of either side of those streets?
I'm pretty sure I know.
Or at least what is sold on those two stores? If you don't know the
On
name.
the opposite side? On the
Opposite side of the memorial.
So,
Two big
the train,
buildings.
you mean.
Yep. I'm sorry, the train.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bikes is one, yes.
Arizona Music Pro.
Arizona Music Pro, musical, instruments and bikes on the
Well,
two
see,
sides.
That's a great question too.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't know the street name, which I don't,
Yeah.
I do know
Yep.
the
What's there?
what's that?
Distance and time.
Find an opening up here, so we're gonna want to move
This is
down
skill.
here.
So we probably just want to take the nearest street
This is
down to
such a
Butler.
good skill to have.
It's done.
Two members tied together at ankles to objective rotated.
Oh, we're tied together. You
Yes.
guys, Team Bird.
Step up.
Oh,
We
I got
gotta
a figure
close up
eight.
that.
That's smart.
Yeah, that way it's safer for both of us.
Man, I didn't know we were going to be such good buds on this.
I know,
Great.
right?
Let's see. Let's see. Ready? Yeah.
Big deal. They're just
Yeah,
experimenting.
good.
All right. Move out. Okay, here we go. One rolling. Well, we did so good that we still have 8 minutes.
What? Okay. How was the last memorial? How did he have his hair?
Oh, that's a really neat question.
I was in a bun. That's what I saw. It was tied into a little bun, and yes, in a bun.
I don't know what you call it, but I would describe it as sort of that.
Yeah, like almost like a ponytail,
Yeah,
but like a man
ponytail
bun.
and
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah. It's probably a method of doing
Tying
it
your hair
longer.
back.
Yeah, I agree too.
How many bushes were around the memorial?
There were bushes.
There were bushes.
And they were not the pokey kind.
They weren't.
I don't know
how many there were.
Stalks, but there were 4
And there was like a sidewalk that went around, kind of like this.
Four hedges.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
and there was
they
that.
may be made up of individuals.
He went around.
Yeah,
I think I
and it
saw
has
that
to do
one
with the
when I
cross
was
of how you get there. So there's bump, bump, bump.
Yeah, there are 4.
So you've completed your mission. How
Yes,
do you feel?
I did. You know, I feel really invigorated
I
and
don't know.
capable. That's a really good way of describing how I feel really capable, strangely enough. I'm like, man, I could do stuff if under duress, I can like make it happen.
So now that you've completed the game, what are your thoughts? How do you feel?
I feel confident and very luxurious. So how do you know? Had fun.
Yeah, you seem to really find your spot in the leader situation. How did you like it? Because you seemed very confident there at the end.
I especially felt very confident when I picked up Morgan. He's pretty heavy than he presumes to be, and I carried him. I was like, oh my god, this guy. So I'm glad I've learned my strength.
But it's always it's always in the afternoon.
I was really impressed. You were like MVP for me. I love that you never quit.